June 17th looked less like basketball and more like a street brawl, an eye poke heard around the league and a blindside shoulder that lit every sports show on fire. Fast forward 3 weeks, the same two teams, the same grudges, but a very different stage. TD Garden, the cathedral of Celtic legends, has been hijacked by 19,000 Fever faithful. And lurking in that buzz, Caitlin Clark is about to tear down not one, not two, but 3 WNBA records in one unforgettable night. What's poppin', hoop heads? Welcome back to Breaking Celebrity News, where hardwood drama gets the 4K breakdown it deserves. I'm Sarah, your curator of crossovers, box-outs, and big-time storylines. If you ride or die with Clark, pound that like button till it turns fever red, then drop "I've got the fever, let's go" in the chat so we know your squad. Alright, seatbelts on. We're unpacking the revenge, the records, and the razor-thin line between triumph and heartbreak starting right now. Why TD Garden matters. TD Garden isn't your typical W venue. It's hallowed ground, 17 NBA banners overhead, parquet that once hosted Kobe's 81-point encore, and more spilled Gatorade bath confetti than most arenas dream of. Yet tonight, the Celtics green is drowned out by crimson and navy. Indiana fans chartered buses, booked red-eye flights, and turned resale tickets into a small mortgage. By tip-off, the decibel meter screams NHL playoff loud, except every chant is "Let's go Fever." Think about the optics, a road game that feels like your college homecoming. That emotional jet fuel matters, especially for a young roster chasing playoff relevance. Attendance, 19,156, largest neutral site. Crowd in WNBA regular season history, the bad blood, rewind to June 17th in Indianapolis. Connecticut's Jacy Sheldon plays linebacker, swiping Clark straight in the retina. Seconds later, Marina Mabrey blindsides her like a pulling guard. Officials? 2 techs, 1 flagrant, 0 ejections, igniting a week-long debate that pulled everyone from Shaq to Sue Bird into the discourse. Was it good, tough playoff-style door and officiating meltdown that endangered the league's biggest draw? That incident turned tonight from a schedule quirk into must-see TV. Clark's teammates spent shoot-around saying, "We've got your back." And trust me, Sophie Cunningham circled this date in red Sharpie. Connecticut's blueprint? Same as before, full court press, constant traps, aim to wear Clark down, dare anyone else to beat them. But Indiana arrived with muscle memory, film study, and a chip the size of Larry O's trophy. Offensive identity reclaimed. Head coach Christy Sides tore up last week's slowdown playbook and said, "Run. Put the ball in Clark's hands, every rebound, every inbound, and let her dictate chaos." The result is immediate. Pace jumps from 77 possessions per game to 86. Lanes open, defenders scramble, and the dominoes start to fall. Quick nerd stat, when Clark's touch time per frontcourt possession exceeds 6 seconds, Indiana's offensive rating jumps nearly 7 points, a top 3-figure league-wide. Tonight, she averages 6.4 seconds with the rock. Translation, Maestro back at the podium. Supporting cast erupts a multi-headed snake, Kelsey Mitchell? Catch and shoot flamethrower, 20 points on just 11 attempts, including a Steph range heat check that sent the parquet into orbit. Natasha Howard looks like 2019 Seattle Natasha, 18 and 13, abusing mismatches when Connecticut's double teams flow Clark's way. Sophie Cunningham is the spark plug, fist pumps, floor burns, and a pair of threes that made the Sun abandon zone coverage. Even when all-star center Aaliyah Boston can't buy a bucket, she's ripping rebounds, slinging outlet passes, and screening defenders into next week. Watch this clip. Mitchell's man cheats toward Clark, boom, elevator screen, and wide-open triple. That's gravity you can't coach, and it's why you have to play Indiana honest. The triple record break a quiet, then earth-shaking, fastest to 450 career assists, 53 games, old, 62, ticker of historic names, fastest to 150 career three-pointers, 53 games, old, 67, map. Progression, 40 straight games, 5+ assists, all-time record, growing streak bar. Here's the craziest part, almost nobody inside the Garden notices. Record number 1 falls on a routine high-low feed to Howard early third quarter, Clark spins, fires, casual as Wednesday practice. Record number 2 drops 6 minutes later, a 29-footer off a handoff that barely grazes nylon. Record number 3. Sealed. On a wraparound dish to Cunningham with 9:08 left in the fourth. No stoppage, no confetti, just a scorer-stable note and a nod from the statisticians. Only when the in-arena PA finally blares that assist sets a new WNBA record does the crowd grasp they're witnessing history. In 40 calendar days, Clark has rewritten 3 record books, and she's 24. That's like LeBron stomping rookie benchmarks while studying for midterms. Clutch Miami Masterclass outscoring a whole team of crunch time. Sun within 3. Clark goes ISO on Jacy Sheldon, Hesse, blow by, left-hand glass. Next trip, draws a foul on a snatchback jumper, 2 swishes from the line. Connecticut. Bricks on the other end. With 54 seconds left, Clark dagger pulls over a late switch net. In that 5-minute window, Sun points, 5. Clark solo, 8. Ball game. The groin scare of ecstasy turns to anxiety. Clark explodes baseline, jump stop, wrap pass to Mitchell, immediate grimace, hand to right inner thigh, and just when the victory lap begins, the basketball. Gods remind us how fragile greatness is. Clark plants, fires a no-look dime, and winces hard. She tries to jog back, but pulls up, hand clutching that right groin, the same soft tissue setback that sidelined her 2 games last month. She checks out, sits, head in hands. Camera zooms, glassy eyes, lip quiver, more emotion than we've seen from her all season. Groin strains are vicious. They heal like molasses and relapse at the slightest overstretch. With All-Star Weekend, in Indianapolis, 3 days away, the league's showcase might lose its headliner. These adductor injuries can linger 4 to 6 weeks if not fully rested. Every sprint, every lateral slide re-stresses the tissue. Indiana secures its 3rd straight dub, vaulting to a 1-2-8 record, firmly in the playoff mix. But their identity is inseparable from number 22. Without her tempo and gravity, the Fever's offensive rating plummets nearly 12 points. That's the difference between a contender and a lottery team. Community call, all right, family, hit the comments with your well wishes for Caitlin Clark. Think she should sit the All-Star festivities or suit up if cleared? Debate politely. And hey, if you learned something new, smash that like, sub for daily storylines, and ring the bell so you never miss a moment. From record-breaking brilliance to raw human vulnerability, that's why we love this game. I'm Sarah, this is Breaking Celebrity News, and we'll catch you courtside on the next one.